Steve Gamache here for Chef Knives to Go with another quick look product review. And what we have this time is the Kohetsu Aogami Super Gyuto 210mm with a gray handle. So the core steel on this is Aogami, what's known as Blue Paper Super reactive high carbon steel. They do a really exceptional job on the heat treat on this, and Mark gets reports from the maker on the testing that they do on it. So they have a bit of a scientific process with it. So the heat treat's about 63 to 64 Rockwell. So they treat this pretty hard, which means it's going to have really good edge retention. Slight nod towards that over, I guess, durability, but this will have really good edge retention. The cladding is a soft stainless steel cladding on either side of that core steel for a 3-layer construction. I will say the cladding on these tends to be almost like a semi-stainless, so don't be surprised if you get a little bit of staining on that cladding. That can happen. It's just kind of the characteristic of it. The weight and dimensions on this knife can vary just a little bit from knife to knife. Depends on the handles too. This handle's a little heavier than some of the other ones. So this is 169 grams or 5.9 ounces. The edge length is right about 213 millimeters from tip to the back. And then the overall length is about 360 millimeters. Fairly thin knives, about 2¼ millimeters thick at the back towards the handle. About halfway down I got about 2.1, and then we don't lose a lot of thickness, but we have a little bit of a distal taper, which means thinning of the spine thickness as we go towards the tip. And as it starts getting ground down towards the edge, the tip is not super skinny, but thin enough to do a nice job. They've done a good balance here between durability and performance. So here's the edge. Not super, again, super skinny, but you got a little bit of durability there since the steel's so hard. Nice and straight on these. Blade height 46.5 millimeters. The handle on this particular style one is gray paca wood with a black paca wood ferrule. It's fairly dense wood, or got some heft to it. A really nice looking handle, and then you can see they've got a nice tight glue up job there. The handle, again, a little heavier, so that's going to bring the balance point back from some of the other versions of this with a lighter handle. Like a Howood handle is a lot lighter than this, so balance point is going to be right behind that choil. So it's going to take that and make it a little handle heavy if you've got this pinch style grip, just FYI. Fit and finish is very nicely done on these. You've got a kind of vertical finish marks on it, and then on the, let's get our beauty shot here, let's do that. On the right side of the blade as you're holding it, you've got some embossed kanji right there. There's your vertical finish marks. And then on the right side of the blade also, you're going to have kind of a real shiny area towards the bottom where they've thinned it out for performance. So what that is again, a thinning job to increase the thinness of the edge to get some extra performance out of it. You don't typically see that on the left side of the blade, but the left side of the blade is kind of plain. Nice job rounding the spine a little bit, choil a little bit, so it's nice on the fit and finish. Nice out of the box edge, 6, maybe even 7 out of 10. They do a nice job out of the box, giving you a good sharp edge to start with. These will get very sharp if you do your part. Here is the cutting board profile on it. So fairly kind of middle of the road profile, very versatile, nothing too crazy here. We've got a little bit of flat spot. It just kind of rolls into the flattish area in the back, 40-30% of the blade. Gentle belly and the rest of it. Tip's not super high or low, so I'm just going to get kind of a medium height there. So I can rock this really nice on stuff. Push-pull cuts, glide cuts. I could even do some tip draws, although you have to go a little higher for that. But very versatile profile. This is a nice blade. This will make a nice workhorse blade for prep or work in a professional environment. Stabilized handle, all stainless. I shouldn't say all stainless. The cladding stainless, but the Aogami Super will get a patina on it. Depends on what how they treat that in your environment if you're a pro, but nice. This would be a nice professional knife. So this is the Kohetsu Aogami Super Gyuto 210mm Gray.